afternoon and welcome to Live at 4 on this blustery Tuesday.
Oh, the wind is something out there today.
Some rocks in your pocket, you blow away.
And very cold. It's feeling like February. It's not spring yet. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
We're not used to it. It's been so warm, but this is probably what it's supposed to be this time of year. We'll get to the weather in a minute, but first, here's what's making news on this Tuesday. Lawmakers are torn on the billions proposed to fight the coronavirus as the CDC warns of its spread in the United States.
The man accused of killing a runner near Blue Mounds appears in court.
And a major apartment complex has been approved in Janesville. We'll tell you what it means for the community.
Let's take a look outside today. Clouds were kind of in and out most of the day. A little gray.
Kind of gray, yeah. But people busy on the Capitol Square. A little colder, in fact, are the weather words. Chris Reese is in the backyard with the chilly details.
Yeah, a little bit colder indeed. We're going to continue to watch how things progress as we go through the day. But one thing is for sure, that snowstorm continued to pass to the south. That means we continue to see cloud cover, but no snow out of that. It has also been incredibly breezy pretty much all day long, folks. We're talking strong winds that have been out of the north and northeast at times. These are not wind gusts. These are sustained wind speeds. In Madison right now, sustained at 18 miles per hour, 20 mile per hour sustained winds as you work your way towards Monroe. And we've seen gusty winds at times. The highest wind gust that I've seen in Madison today was closer to 40 miles per hour. These are the wind gusts right now. And check out the lakeshore. There's less friction over water, so those wind gusts along the lakeshore, they're going to be a lot stronger. So in Milwaukee, a wind gust right now coming in at 39 miles per hour, folks. But I'll show you just how close that snow was. Check out to what's kind of petering out over parts of northern Illinois and Chicago right now. And then you have your second feature over parts of Nebraska and Kansas. Because the two of them remained separate, we did not see any snow here. But if they remained together as one phase system, that would have been a different story. We'll talk more about what phasing means coming up a little bit later in the show. We'll also talk about how some colder temperatures are settling on in. In the meantime, here's your traffic right now. This is the Beltline at Park Street. Things are actually cruising along. No big issues showing up. Of course, typically you start to see your delays pop up right around 4 to 4:30, and we're watching it closely. So far, the only brake lights we're seeing are right around John Nolan, headed over towards the Walmart near West Broadway in Monona. We're also seeing some slowdowns showing up around Park Street downtown. We'll keep an eye on this as well as we go throughout the show, guys.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. First at 4, a Mount Horeb man will face trial for the murder of a jogger last month in Blue Mounds.
Riley Berg was bound over for trial today as we learned more details about the death of Nicholas Day. Eric Franke joins us now with more about today's court hearing. Eric?
Yeah, you know, Mark and Susan, this is really one of the more frightening cases you'll ever hear about, really, when it comes to a murder case. A jogger, rural Dane County, just out for a run in the middle of the day when he was fired on from some distance with a high-powered rifle. The medical examiner says Day was jogging south. He was struck from behind by a bullet that went all the way through him. The doctor then testified the gunshot, though it did shatter his hip, could have been survivable had his assailant, allegedly Riley Berg, not approached him and then cut his throat with a sharp object, leaving Nicholas Day to die quickly.
So there was one wound that was actually likely comprised of at least 3 confluent stab wounds. It was quite deep, and there was evidence on the wound margin of at least 3 different strokes within that one wound.
Now, in all, the autopsy report revealed Day had sustained 11 wounds from a sharp object, in addition to that gunshot wound, of course. A criminal complaint places Berg's car in surveillance video several times in the area around the time that Nicholas Day was killed. Now, court records suggest Berg's father told investigators his son was being treated for schizophrenia. The date for his arraignment, which will be his next court appearance, has not yet been set. Certainly a terrifying case. We're going to watch this one closely as things continue to develop.
All right, Eric, thanks.
You're welcome.
U.S. stocks continue to slide downward as fears of the coronavirus grow. So far, more than 80,000 people worldwide have caught the virus, with a death toll of about 3,000. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill, where lawmakers are calling on the Trump administration to do more to fight it.
You're supposed to keep us safe.
My budget.
Trump administration cabinet secretaries faced tough questions from senators on the worldwide coronavirus outbreak as fears and the number of cases continue to rise.
We're working with HHS, CDC, and their budget to ensure that they have enough medical equipment.
Do we have enough face masks?
For the entire American public?
Yes.
No.
Mask, protective suits, ventilators, anything, is that stockpiled and ready?
So we do have in the Strategic National Stockpile ventilators, we have masks, we have...
Enough?
Well, of course not.
There have been more than 50 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the United States so far. President Trump downplayed the crisis during a state visit to India.
The people are getting better. They're all getting better. I think that whole situation will start working out.
Trump administration officials briefed lawmakers on the outbreak after sending an emergency funding request for $2.5 billion. But both Republicans and Democrats here say that may not be enough.
If you lowball something like this, you'll pay for it later.
The dollars will come if the plan is there, but we're not just going to give the president dollars that we don't know what he's going to do with.
Medical professionals, in partnership with federal agencies, are working on worldwide clinical trials to find the most effective treatment for the disease. Dr. Andre Khalil of the University of Nebraska's Medical Center is heading up one of those trials.
The plan for the trial is to test in close to 400 patients. The trial is going to involve about 50 sites globally.
Administration officials say a coronavirus vaccine could be months away. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Democrats are calling on the president to appoint a non-political health expert as a so-called czar to oversee the implementation of an administration plan to fight the spread of the coronavirus. And it was another brutal day on Wall Street due to the coronavirus concerns. It's the biggest back-to-back point drops on record. The Dow Industrials plunged another 879 points, closing at 27,081. The Nasdaq dropped 255, and the S&P 500 lost 97. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is joining 38 other states in an investigation into electronic cigarette giant Juul's Labs marketing practices. Kaul announced he was joining the probe today. He said the investigation will focus on whether Juul targets youth, it claims about nicotine content, and statements about the safety of its products. The National Youth Tobacco Survey in 2018 found 20% of high school students were vaping. Attorneys general in Pennsylvania and New York and California have already sued Juul for allegedly targeting young people in its marketing campaigns. A major housing development is officially coming to the city of Janesville.
This comes following a TIF agreement made last night. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with why this project has been years in the making. Adam?
Mark and Susan, construction on the River Flats apartment complex in Janesville could start as early as next week, meaning it could be move-in ready a little bit more than a year from now. Now, the 92-unit affordable housing complex fills an immediate need in this community, which has a vacancy rate between 1% and 2%. Now, Housing Services Director Kelly Madison says because of that shortage in supply, prices increased across the board, making it difficult for some people to find a place to live.
It's a very significant challenge for our lower income populations to find decent, safe, and sanitary housing that fall within their price range. We've seen units go from $500 or $600 up to, excuse me, $800 or $900. That's a lot for someone who's low income.
Madison says early prices for a one-bedroom unit at River Flats could be as low as $350 a month, depending on an applicant's financial situation. And a three-bedroom unit could be just about $1,000. So definitely a reduce in price there. But we will have at 5 o'clock tonight the economic impact these units will have for the city of Janesville.
We'll see you then. Adam Duxter reporting live from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Thank you.
Ticket packages for the 2020 Reebok Crossfit Games are on sale. The games are in Madison this summer from July 29th to August 2nd. There are different packages available if you'd like to go to the games. Prices range from $99 to $225. Single-day tickets will go on sale at a later date.
7 Democratic presidential candidates are set to square off tonight in Charleston in a 2-hour debate co-hosted by CBS News and the Congressional Black Caucus Institute. Former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg, who's focused on the debate prep since his bruising performance last week, will not be the only target on stage tonight. Fellow Democratic candidates have been hammering frontrunner Bernie Sanders following his success in the first 3 contests and recent controversial comments about Fidel Castro and Cuba on 60 Minutes.
We're very opposed to the authoritarian nature of Cuba. But, you know, it's unfair to simply say everything is bad.
This debate will be the final opportunity for voters to see the candidates together before Saturday's South Carolina primary and Super Tuesday, when more than 1,300 delegates will be up for grabs. 54 delegates are at stake in the South Carolina primary. You can catch the debate live tonight here on Channel 3. It starts at 7 o'clock, and coming up later in this program, we'll hear from CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand about what to expect tonight.
President Trump wrapped up his first official state visit to India. The president and First Lady capped off their trip with a state dinner. The banquet came after President Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi got down to business, revealing that the two sides are very close to striking a trade deal.
I'm optimistic we can reach a deal that will be of great importance to both countries.
The president says India has already agreed to purchase $3 billion worth of U.S.-made military equipment, including helicopters. The two countries are deepening defense ties to try to counterbalance the power of China in the region. Well, it is time to party in New Orleans and everywhere else.
Yeah, today is Mardi Gras, French for Fat Tuesday. The city hosts one of the largest Mardi Gras celebrations in the world. It's a party of the indulgent before Lent starts tomorrow with Ash Wednesday. Parties and events are happening through the night in New Orleans French Quarter and beyond.
Locally, people are joining in on the Fat Tuesday fun by eating the traditional punchkis. Did I say that right?
I don't know.
I hope so. The jelly-filled pastry was brought over by Polish ancestors and has become a Fat Tuesday tradition in the Midwest. The area Polish Heritage Club was at Lane's Bakery today celebrating.
A regular donut is basically just deep fried, where this takes a lot more preparation. It's a raised donut and filled. It's a lighter type of a pastry. Strawberry, cherry, even the prune filling is good.
The area Polish Heritage Club will be serving them this weekend at the International Fest at the Overture Center.
And don't forget king cakes.
This king cake looks like it's already been through a little Mardi Gras celebration.
What the heck?
This is our prop? This is what's left over from the newsroom wolves, and I think somebody already found the baby.
Yeah, there's a baby baked inside of this. Actually, they bake it out. They keep it outside now. You got to put it in.
Right, right.
And if you get the baby, that means good luck, and you have to buy the next king cake.
That's right. So Brian Truxell, one of our photographers, is buying the cake. Here's the beads.
Here's some beads.
Well, yeah, we need looks like we're, this is a little anticlimactic.
Okay, all right, still to come at 4. If you like to bake like a king cake, nothing beats a stand mixer to, well, mix things up.
Well, but which brands do the best job, especially since some of them can be very high priced? Consumer Reports put the stand mixers to a test, and we'll have the results when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and EyeSight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West End Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller. If your home is drafty and cold in the winter and your heating bills are out of control, it's time for a visit from Dr. Energy Saver by Larson Home Services. Dr. Energy Saver will show you where and why your home is using, losing, and wasting energy. We will conduct a comprehensive heat map analysis of your home, identifying problem areas like failing attics, vented crawl spaces, and leaky can lights. We'll set up a blower door, a powerful fan mounted on an exterior door to pull air out of your home, lowering the pressure inside and allowing us to pinpoint your troublesome areas. We offer a full range of insulation services for your home. These home energy upgrades will save you money on your energy bills and make your home more comfortable. Our team will provide effective, long-lasting solutions, and right now, take 50% off installation labor, get a free heat map analysis of your home, and get a $100 Visa gift card when you sign up for a Dr. Energy Saver package. Call now and set up your free estimate, because this doctor makes house calls.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentyx. Cosentyx is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentyx.
Watch me. Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
He's been around the world, but he desires more. He's seen it all. It's always what you think's tough. Find him right there all the time.
With over 40 fully integrated applications, you won't be able to contain your excitement either. From just $1 a day per employee, run your entire business with Zoho One, the operating system for business.
Welcome back. The man who created the Legos minifigure has died. Jens Nygren Knudsen was responsible for developing the small Lego figures before they were released to the public in 1978. He also developed the company's classic space and castle sets and retired from the company in 2000. A former colleague told AFP news agency that Nygren Knudsen passed away in Denmark on February 19th. He suffered from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. Lego was founded in 1932, but the present form of the Lego brick was first released in 1958. The company is one of the largest toy manufacturers in the world.
What a legacy he left behind.
Well, Colgate unveiled a new line of organic, vegan, and gluten-free products with no preservatives, artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors.
Colgate-Palmolive announced its Colgate Zero line on Monday. It includes toothpaste, including one specifically for children, as well as mouthwash and toothbrushes. It appears to take aim at the same younger, more health and eco-conscious demographic that buys from smaller competitors like Tom's of Maine and Dr. Bronner's. It may also help Colgate better compete with its largest competitor, Procter & Gamble, which makes Crest products. P&G owns Burt's Bees Purely White and Native toothpaste, which is also a natural brand. Well, Amazon has opened its first full-size, checkout-free grocery store.
The Amazon Go grocery opened this morning in Seattle. Customers need the Amazon Go app to enter the store. Once inside, they can grab items off the shelves, bag as they go, and walk right out the door. The items will be tracked and automatically charged to the customer's Amazon account.
This is super convenient, and I don't know, it's just a really nice way to get groceries on the way home. Because I have gone to a Go store before, but like this one looks like an entirely fully fledged grocery store.
This Go grocery store is about 5 times larger than other Amazon Go stores. The store will offer meat, seafood, fresh produce, and bakery items. It will also have household items. Amazon says the store is run on the same kinds of technology used in deep learning and self-driving cars. Though no employees will be checking out customers, there will still be employees greeting customers, answering questions, and keeping shelves stocked.
What could go wrong?
I'd like to check that out.
I
Very
would
cool.
too. That's fascinating.
Well, if your hand mixer isn't cutting it or your stand mixer took a beating this past holiday season, Consumer Reports can help.
It recently tested stand mixers from some of the leading brands to find out which ones mixed, kneaded, and whipped the best. Plus, testers tried out some of those attachments for making sausage and pasta. Our Leah Linscheid reports.
When it comes to baking and cooking, we put a lot of emphasis on our ovens. But could your cooking and baking be only as good as your stand mixer? To find out, Consumer Reports testers made batches of chocolate chip cookies, gallons of whipped cream, and kneaded bread dough.
We check for things like how much the mixers labor and vibrate, whether we need to scrape the bowl with a spatula, and how well flours blend at low and moderate speeds.
For whipping, testers time how long it takes to make the cream. To assess how well the kneading attachment works, testers drop small amounts of blue and yellow food coloring into the dough.
Ideally, the mixer will knead the dough into a uniform green color without any streaks left over.
You can see big differences. The dough on the left looks even and well incorporated. The one on the right, not so much. But there's more than just mixing and kneading. Many stand mixers offer add-on attachments for making things like sausage and pasta. So testers checked out a few of those too.
Attachments allow you to make a variety of other foods, but our testers did find that there's a learning curve with some of them, so it might take a few tries before you master it.
While many of the stand mixers handled some of CR's tough tests, only 2 earned a Consumer Reports recommendation. Consider this $250 4.5 quart KitchenAid Classic. It has 10 speeds, and it's big enough to make about 6 dozen cookies in a single batch. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide. Happy baking.
Thank you, Leah. CR's testers also tried out KitchenAid's vegetable spiralizer attachment and found it works well. However, you did end up with some leftover veggie waste that doesn't get spiralized.
And testers noted that the sausage making attachment was fairly easy to use, and the pasta maker add-on took a little bit of practice, so expect some trial and error before your first batch of pasta. Have you ever tried to make homemade pasta?
No.
I just buy it at the store.
I don't have a mixer. I don't bake.
It's hard work. It's really hard work. Yeah, I have one. Oh, I can't live without it.
You're a baker.
I'm a baker, yeah.
All right, well, still to come at 4. If it seems business owners are getting younger and younger, it's because they are.
Up next, we'll meet a group of teenage business owners and find out what makes these young entrepreneurs tick. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Ish Monroe, Mark Zona, Pete Maynard, Tommy Kimo, and other fishing experts will be speaking at the Wisconsin Fishing Expo, February 28th through March 1st at the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center. Same great show with a hot new look, now with even more booths. New kids fishing bingo for the first 500 kids per day. Over 300 booths, hundreds of boats priced to sell, more gear and tackle than ever. Go to wifishingexpo.com for details. Kids 12 and under free.
Pills. You crush them. Kind of. Kale. You eat it for breakfast. Sometimes. You go far to eliminate stubborn fat. But sometimes life gets in the way. Cool Sculpting takes you further. A non-surgical treatment that targets, freezes, and eliminates treated fat cells. For good. Discuss Cool Sculpting with your doctor. Some common side effects include temporary numbness, discomfort, and swelling. Don't imagine results. See them. Cool Sculpting. Take yourself further.
Working with Mike Bloomberg was one of the most empowering experiences that I've had.
It's important to talk to the people who know him personally.
I worked for him for 8 years in City Hall. I've been working for Bloomberg for 27 years.
25 years.
Almost 30 years.
There's nobody that I respect more and felt more respected by.
Mike believes excellence is not defined by gender.
Mike builds a culture that advances women.
He was the first woman ever appointed to be counsel to the mayor. He expects excellence out of everyone, but he also provides the kind of support that allows you to be that person.
Mike called to tell me, you should be proud of what you've done, and your name should be on that project.
He has faith in you. He believes in you. It was about always showing up and doing your best.
I always knew that he had my back.
He was raised by an extraordinary woman. She supported him all along the way, and that's very much a part of who he is.
Mike supports women, he promotes women, and he respects women.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Go in the snow plus MPG, your Subaru Ascent from Don Miller. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 27 MPG highway, the Ascent will get you through in great shape. It's the roomiest Subaru ever. The Ascent has third-row seating and space for 7 or 8 passengers. The 2020 Ascent Premium. Lease from only $319 a month, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, $19.99 due on signing. No security deposit. Don Miller Subaru, west on Odana or east side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller. You know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue-ers, and flambéers, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Take a look at this. A 26-year-old kayaker made the second tallest waterfall descent in known history earlier this month. Dane Jackson dropped 134 feet into the relative unknown before coming out on the other end unscathed. The jaw-dropping stunt took place in Chile's spectacular Salto del Mali waterfall. 5 years of planning and preparation went into this attempt. You did that on purpose.
That is incredible. Wow.
Oh, you survived
That
it.
looks frightening.
Yeah, it really does.
Chris, are you a daredevil kind of a guy?
No, absolutely
Like roller coasters and stuff like that?
I will do roller coasters. I will do all kinds of roller coasters, but no, I would not do something like that.
That's spectacular.
134 feet?
Yeah. One of my friends couldn't even get me to go rock climbing once. So I was like, no harness? Absolutely not. I was like, I'm not climbing that.
I'm with you. I don't like heights.
Yeah. But I'm in the business of predicting the future.
Yeah.
That can be scary.
I was like, that's risky. But we're going to try it again, and we have that full forecast coming up next. On the bright side, things appear much more calm than they did days ago.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Just 2 months into the new year, and we're pleasantly surprised by the number of efforts to level the playing field we're finding here in Dane County. The latest example is the YWCA's Amplify Madison program, which is soliciting applications for Cohort 3 of teams of women seeking professional development opportunities. All people who identify as women, and in particular women of color, are invited to apply in teams of 3 people for funding up to $7,500. The teams chosen will travel for professional development around the United States and abroad and bring new skills back home to integrate the learning into collaborations with the broader Madison community. Amplify Madison is about empowerment, stronger relationships, and sharing knowledge through experiences in which applicants would otherwise be unable to participate. That's the definition of equal opportunity. Apply now at ywcamadison.org before selection begins March 22nd.
Infinity Windows and Patio Doors from Marvin are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with J.D. Power.
The only place you can get these windows and patio doors is at the Ganser Company. Schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Ganser is the answer.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo, those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Infinity Windows and Patio Doors from Marvin are ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with J.D. Power.
The only place you can get these windows and patio doors is at the Ganser Company. Schedule your free in-home consultation today.
Ganser is the answer.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it was a snowstorm that now really remains to be. It's no longer truly a big deal, but nonetheless, it is on the maps. Here's the overall setup right now. This is the main storm system, and notice it is not impressive at all. And then you have this other little complex of snow showers across parts of Nebraska and into Wisconsin, separate. These two systems aren't that big of a deal, but together as one, they would have been. That's what we call a phased system. Now, I can't just throw out a weather term like phasing and not explain what that means. A phase low is when 2 areas of low pressure combine into one, and these are oftentimes more stronger, more intense storms, especially around wintertime. These bring about the more impactful winter weather. And so what was likely to be a phase system at one point, now not so much. 2 weak systems that won't be a big deal. But nonetheless, here is what we are experiencing over parts of Chicago right now. We had some light rain earlier. That's over to some light snow right now, especially in the southwestern suburbs and back throughout north central Illinois. We'll watch that to see if any flurries come our direction as we head into tonight. I doubt it, but I'm going to be watching those lakeshore counties really closely to see if a lake effect band of snow begins to develop. We're going to stop the clock at 8:30, and temperatures will be right around the upper 20s to low 30s. Watch what begins to happen from Sheboygan down towards Milwaukee. We start to see the development of a band of snow. This is lake effect, folks. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s. Your water temperatures are going to be a lot warmer. And notice how that really lines up with the winds as you work your way down towards southeastern Wisconsin. Midnight now, temperatures are right around 27. That lake effect band begins to die out somewhat as we move towards the morning. The reason for that is our winds become more northerly instead of northeasterly. Temperatures will be into the mid-20s at this point, but watch how that begins to redevelop from north to south as that wind begins to pick up headed into tomorrow afternoon. We see our temperatures into the mid-20s by 9 o'clock. We'll actually top out right around 30 degrees. Now, as this storm begins to move away, we'll see our winds become a lot more northerly. But there's a lake north of Wisconsin, too. We call that one Superior. So the moisture comes off of that. We see our winds out of the north, and we'll see that chance for more lake effect snow flurries as we move into tomorrow afternoon and evening. None of this is going to be a big deal at all. We clear out tomorrow night. Those temperatures fall right back down into the teens. We're staying into the 20s as we head into your Thursday. I want to show you this on Future Track Snow just because it's cool. You can clearly see where that lake effect line of snow is most likely to be. And a lot of that's not going to be impactful for us. But if you're traveling towards Milwaukee headed into tomorrow, that's something to be mindful of. In the meantime, here's that push of cold that comes in as we go through the rest of this week. Moving into the weekend, milder temperatures, folks. They are indeed on the way. We'll see another shot of cold, excuse me, but then we see more milder air coming our direction. I expect the milder temperatures to win out as we move into March. This is the first week of March. Notice those warmer than normal temperatures are expected throughout the eastern 2/3 of the country, and we see that beginning to move our direction. It's cold the first 4 days of that forecast. 40s return by Sunday, and we are talking perhaps chances of rain in the forecast. We haven't had a big rainstorm since right after Christmas around here, so I'm going to watch Monday and Tuesday of next week very closely to see if we get the next one.
It's a ways off.
It is a ways off, and there could always be changes. That's how weather tends to, it's the business of predicting the future, okay? So there are always changes, but we'll see how things go.
March coming in like a lamb.
We will see.
We'll see.
Don't jinx it.
I know. I was like, you can say that all you want.
All right, Chris, thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, forget 30 under 30 or even 20 under 20 lists. Today's entrepreneurs are getting younger and younger.
Lisa Mateo introduces us to two teen business owners to find out how they got their start, the challenges they face, and the lessons they learned along the way.
Now, the camo is the best-selling in shop.
Fashion designer Michaela McLean runs the K-Marie project. The clothing line's Do You Boo series sold out in its Brooklyn debut. Now she's ready to expand, all at the age of 17.
It was basically for other girls my age who go through the same thing, who have trouble finding themselves, finding their style.
Mixy.
Then there's 15-year-old Corey Nieves, who created Mr. Corey's Cookies after selling his sweets on the streets of Englewood, New Jersey at the age of 6. Since then, the business has moved into a commercial kitchen. He's worked with brands like Barney's, Target, and Whole Foods.
I learned that never focus on the money, always focus on the customers, always smile.
Being your own boss seems to appeal to more and more young people. According to the consulting firm Millennial Branding, 72% of high school students and 64% of college students want to start their own business someday.
I think that's a little bit of a reaction to the financial crisis. Maybe they saw their parents or heard about their grandparents being out of control about their work lives and their financial lives.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger cautions parents not to influence their child's decision.
If your child shows a desire, you want to encourage it, but you want to stress, like everything else, you have to get an education. It's an important calling card in the economy.
They come in 4 different colors.
Michaela and Corey both plan to go to college. 2 go-getters with a bright future.
Ooh.
Who are already enjoying the sweet taste of success.
Oh my goodness.
Lisa Mateo, CBS News.
And Mr. Corey's Cookies has expanded internationally.
Wow, they look like they taste
15.
pretty good, too. I know that's incredible. And the K. Marie Project is in the process of expanding as well. They're expanding their line into additional boutiques. They are some impressive young
people.
Are.
Well, there's more to come at 4. Next up, we're talking with CBS political correspondent Natalie Brand ahead of tonight's debate.
And then tonight at 5, some rural communities in our area are getting access to something that many of us take for granted, broadband internet. We'll share where tonight at 5.
It's perfect. Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum?
Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Congratulations to Holly Walker, a top-notch drama teacher at West High School in Madison.
When I see a student just living fully in who they are when they're on stage and then giving that back to the audience for these little kids to see, that part I love. I absolutely love that part.
If you know a teacher who deserves to be recognized as a top-notch teacher, send us a letter, an email, or nominate a teacher at channel3000.com.
Sponsored by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Tonight at 5, construction starts next week on an affordable housing complex in Janesville. Hear why the Housing Services Director thinks it'll be filled almost immediately.
Other than a chance for a few flurries tonight and tomorrow afternoon, the weather will be quiet and cold through the first part of the weekend. Our first warned forecast at 5.
And then at 6, a cancer patient has his car stolen from the UW Hospital valet. Why he says he doesn't think the hospital is taking responsibility. That story on News 3 Now at 6.
Ahead of Saturday's Democratic presidential primary in South Carolina, the candidates will take the stage tonight in a debate on CBS.
And CBS News political correspondent Natalie Brand is in South Carolina with what we can expect tonight. Hi, Natalie. What should viewers look for this evening?
Hi, Mark and Susan. Well, I think we can expect to see potentially fireworks, and that's because this is arguably the most high-stakes debate to date, given its critical timing before the primary here in South Carolina on Saturday, and then Super Tuesday when 14 states go to vote. So obviously a lot of delegates up to grabs, more than 1,300 between now and a week from today. And so that's why for some of these candidates, it could really be their last chance to make an impression on a national stage.
The stakes are very high for all of the candidates, but do you think this is a potential make or break moment for Joe Biden?
Well, South Carolina is considered Joe Joe Biden's firewall. He has to perform here and perform well, and that's because he has underperformed in the first 3 contests. And really, if he can't get a win here, can't get momentum, then his supporters will continue to question whether his campaign is viable. And already we've seen some of his support cut in recent South Carolina polls of likely primary voters. So really, this is a critical test for him, especially headed into Super Tuesday. And what we've seen is Bernie Sanders' momentum to grow. And also in this state, billionaire Tom Steyer, who has invested a lot of money here and also has a history in South Carolina from a business perspective. And that could certainly cut into some of Biden's support.
Michael Bloomberg is not on the ballot in South Carolina, but he will be on the debate stage tonight. What do you think his goal is for this evening?
Well, his goal is to rebound from the bruising performance we saw last week. We know that he's taken a few days off the campaign trail. He's been holed up in debate prep. So we'll see if he can improve upon what he considered a shaky performance last week. And also his campaign has made clear that he intends to go straight after Bernie Sanders. His campaign has said if there's one candidate on stage that all the other candidates should be focused on, it is Bernie Sanders. And that's because Sanders enters this as the frontrunner. This debate also follows some controversial comments on 60 Minutes regarding Fidel Castro and Cuba. So we are likely to see that come up as well, in addition to criticism around some of his policies and also the label Democratic Socialist.
Do you think Bernie Sanders will try to appeal to more moderate Democrats, or do you think he'll stay on message?
If we know one thing about Bernie Sanders, he is always on message, and his consistency is what has attracted his supporters to him. In talking, to some of his supporters and also campaign volunteers, they say it's less about convincing those who do not support Sanders and more about turning out his base of supporters, which, as we know, are very enthusiastic and energized. So we are likely to see Sanders stay right on message and not apologize for his comments or his policies, but again, remain the consistent Bernie Sanders that his supporters have come to love.
It should be an exciting evening, that's for sure. The debate begins at 7 o'clock tonight on CBS. Natalie Brand, thank you for being with us today.
Natalie, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
We're back at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison for a big drawing. Let's go down to Tina.
Hey guys, we're here for the drawing of the brand new car, and there sure are a lot of anxious people waiting to see if they've won.
And the winner is Alan Jordan.
Yes! Congratulations!
Woo! Marie, baby, we won. We'll get rid of the old beater that Dad gave us. Marie!
Looks like Dad's gonna get the old beater back.
Yeah, right?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like James lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds.
Oh.
Ozempic does not increase the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, or death.
There's no increased risk.
Oh.
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh. Ozempic should not be the first medicine for treating diabetes or for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
We do it every night.
Every night. I live alone, but I still do it every night.
Right after dinner.
Definitely after meatloaf. Like clockwork.
Do it. Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum. A load with as few as 8 dishes is all it takes to save water. An Energy Star certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons per cycle, while hand washing uses that every 2 minutes. So do it. Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum, the surprising way to save water.
If a wedding or special event is in your future, consider the new Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse. With panoramic driftless area views and an award-winning custom menu, it's the perfect choice for the perfect wedding or banquet. The Grand Ballroom at High Point Steakhouse.
Well, here's how the traffic is shaping up for us as we go through the rest of this afternoon. Oddly enough, we are not seeing much in the way of delays, particularly on the Beltline especially. In fact, most of that is green. There's a little bit of yellow showing up in spots, but folks, your average speeds right now, especially in that area where we truly begin to see most of those slowdowns, it's about 55 to 60 miles per hour. So things are cruising along. Happy Tuesday with that one. As you work your way downtown, here we are on Johnson Street, approaching campus right around the Capitol Square there. We are seeing some delays, especially in that westbound direction. A few brake lights showing up as you begin to head outbound on Park Street over towards Fish Hatchery as well. But beyond that, things are smooth. Right now, that slowest route is eastbound on the Beltline from University to Verona Road, taking you about 7 minutes. That typical slow route, Verona Road to John Nolan on the Beltline, that's going to take you 4 minutes with an average speed of 59 miles per hour.
All right, Chris, thank you. A Green Bay man has put the snow in his yard to good use. Check out these sculptures. He's made a shark and an alligator. And if they didn't
that's great.
If they didn't look cool enough, they have lights for eyes. And the neighbors apparently love it.
It's terrific.
Well, for many people in need of legal help, consulting a lawyer can be really expensive.
A group of organizations are providing a new opportunity for people to get that help with a legal clinic. Evan Nordgren is an attorney at Legal Action, and Norma Kropp is the paralegal program chair at Madison College. Welcome to both of you. Great to see you. So Norma, this is a relatively new thing in Madison. You've been doing this for about 6 months, and this is the only one in the country. Is that right, at a 2-year college?
This one and Milwaukee Area Technical College.
Wow, so tell us how this works.
Well, so this is an opportunity for people that have barriers, and we find that in the educational system, and we find that with just employment. So we offer legal services by a variety of different organizations that are free, and try to get rid of some of those barriers for those people.
What kind of issues are we talking about?
The two biggest right now are family law issues and housing issues.
So then how does this work? They put in the request with Norma, and then she reaches out to a group like yourself?
Yes, so we have a application process where folks can go on the Madison College website and make a request for legal services. And then we have partners at Ascendium Education who schedule in clients with the appropriate legal services provider. And we've got 5 different main legal services providers that come to provide aid, from the Family Court Clinic and the Neighborhood Law Project at UW-Madison Law School, Schuster Law Firm, and the Community Justice Incorporated. And finally, Legal Action, my organization, comes and provides. And we provide services on everything from family law to driver's license recovery.
And it's all free?
All free.
So why do you get involved in this? Why is this important to you?
This is important to me because I started out as a public defender and in my legal career, and I saw just how impactful having a criminal record or not having your driver's license or having a child support order or contempt finding could be for people in finding employment or getting education.
And Norma, it can be daunting when you need legal advice and you don't feel like you can afford it.
And we find sometimes it just stops people from going ahead and finishing their education or getting that job they want.
They don't know who to call, what kind of lawyer they need.
They don't have the money. Yes.
So do you establish long-term relationships with these people? You do whatever's necessary until their case is resolved?
We give them information and advice, and some of the organizations will take them on depending on the situation on a more long term.
So at least get you in the door.
Yes, and it's not unusual for someone to have more than one issue going. And so this is an opportunity that we've got different people that can help them with their various issues.
But there's some cases you won't take, and this is not for major stuff.
Yes, we don't handle criminal defense cases, and we're handling primarily civil legal issues.
Is everybody eligible for this program, or are there specific income eligibility requirements and things like that?
It really depends on the group, but we have enough people involved that we have been very fortunate to be able to help many.
And this is taking place at the new South Campus.
Yes, but starting just this week, we are now also going to be at the Truex campus.
Oh, that's
We've
wonderful.
had over 200 people request assistance.
Really?
So because of that, we're trying to make this more available as well.
Boy, that speaks
at
to the
Madison
need
College.
for it. Wow. So where do people find you?
So they can find us on the Madison College website, and in the search box, if they put legal clinic, they will get a landing page about the legal clinic, and there'll be a button there requesting assistance.
So you don't have to go into an office, you just do it all online.
You can do it online.
And then you'd eventually meet up with somebody.
And then somebody will contact them about a specific appointment time.
It sounds like a real need out there.
Yes.
And it must be very gratifying to be making such a difference for people who really need help.
It is. We find that folks facing legal issues, just to get in the door with a private lawyer can sometimes cost as much as $250 an hour. So having this available to people who aren't able to afford that is really a way to increase access to justice.
Well, thank you for doing this. It's a great service, and continued success. Thanks for being with us.
Great to see you both. Thank you for coming.
A final check of the forecast is coming up.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it.
I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on all 2020 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's on top of most other offers. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I'm bad.
You're stronger than you know.
So strong.
You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache or migraine days a month.
One tough mother.
You're bad enough for Botox. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for almost 10 years and is the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. Botox is for adults with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Go on with your bad self. You may pay as little as $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox for chronic migraine.
You got this.
Celebrate 45 years of music with Sweet Honey in the Rock. This internationally renowned female vocal quartet remains the preeminent musical collective rooted in African-American history and culture. Sweet Honey in the Rock, Saturday, February 29th. Tickets at overture.org. Hi, everyone. Wednesday morning, we'll be breaking down everything you need to know from the Democratic debates and looking ahead to what's next.
And if you celebrate Ash Wednesday, you can now do it without getting out of your car. We'll tell you how, starting at 4:30.
See you then.
Setting the stage for the visually impaired.
Lights are dimming. The story takes place in Georgia.
The voice behind Overture Center's live audio description and how the service is enriching the theater experience for those in need.
It enhances it immensely.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
Kind of chilly out there.
Yeah, and we're going to get colder. It's a colder trend as we go through the next couple of days. So overnight tonight, look for these overnight lows falling into the mid-20s. We might see a flurry south and east. Tomorrow, Our forecast high is 30. And once again, we'll be watching that chance for some flurries as we go through time. Now watch this. This is the high temperature trend. You see the dip, but then you see how things begin to improve as we move into early next week. We are talking 40s at the moment for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I kind of laughed at my keyword, at the moment. So we will see how things continue to trend, but right now it does look like we will see a period of warmer than average temperatures. It also looks like we would likely see above normal precipitation for pretty much all of the lower 48 as we go through the first 9 days of March. That includes us with that warmth on Sunday and Monday. I'm also keeping eyes on perhaps a heavy rainstorm. It's been a while since we've had one. Yeah. And some of the models do want that to be snow, but most of those are trending towards rain right now.
The models have been a little tricky this season.
Honestly, yes, beyond like 5 days or 3 days out even, they've just been a mess lately. So we'll see.
We'll keep an eye on it.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Coming up tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll meet this month's top-notch teacher.
Our Charlotte Deleste will introduce us to a Verona grade school teacher who's making sure she's a step ahead of her students. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.